Greetings, everyone. Welcome to a live stream all the way from Thornbury, Victoria. We're at Lobos Collectables. Here's my co-host from Victoria himself, Mr. Michael Fouché.
How are you, everyone?
How did you get roped into this?
I walked in the door and a man in a hat and glasses, a very handsome man, he said, I like the look of you. I want to make you a star. Here I am.
Michael's been on actually the last outing here at Lobos Collectables. We did a whole story on Dennis and his establishment. So we're back. This was actually very unplanned, like I said, unhinged.
Very unhinged.
Yeah, definitely.
You got me on board.
And unapologetic. So
Absolutely.
we decided to do it, very sort of rough and rough around the edges. We decided
a bit cash.
a bit cash. Usually it's all the full production, but what better way to do toy hunts? And
this is how toy hunts go down a lot of the time. It's on your knees, rifling through a box on the floor, looking for a buried treasure.
Absolutely. So anyway, we're like I said, all the way live from Lobos Collectables. I'm from New South Wales. You're from Victoria, but you know what? Like I said, unplanned. I'm actually here for the AGP, but we always kind of get together when we
Absolutely. Yeah. There's a great community of toy collectors, and we're a part of it, aren't we, Clinton? And
absolutely.
Yeah, we chat online, and whenever we are in town together, we get together. People go from Melbourne to Sydney. They always meet up with Sydney collectors and vice versa, and from all over Australia, not just Melbourne and Sydney, and we love it.
Absolutely. So stay tuned, kick back, grab yourself a beverage, and we'll be right back after these messages. There we are, back here. So, I love that intro. Good friends of mine all the way from Italy actually wrote that stuff for me.
It's catchy.
Yeah, it's awesome. We got a couple of comments actually tonight. Quite a few people have joined us. Chris B, g'day Chris, how are you going? Thank you very much. Good old Mr.
You Spunkies.
Yeah, Spunkies, definitely. Thank you.
Look at people in the background.
You're too
kind. Surprised you can see them.
You're too kind. You're too kind. Rob Franklin, good afternoon. Always great to have you.
How are you, Rob?
Opinion one of the best shops in Australia. Absolutely one of the best shops.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
For sure.
I think so. Greetings, Glenn. Thank you for joining us. Very nice. Again, I hope you're local. If you are, come on down. So
good evening, Glenn.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a little quick tour, I reckon.
Yeah, good idea.
Let's follow you around. We're gonna swap the camera around, and we are going to follow Michael.
No worries.
Okay.
Well, here we are in Lobos. We're in Northcote. An amazing place, and there's a tremendous amount to see. As you can see, it's quite a large store, and the shelves just go on, and just when you think you've got to the end, you turn a corner, and there's some more. We've got a lot of GI Joes, a whole cabinet of various GI Joes. Vintage, a lot of vintage stuff. There's a lot of vintage stuff in Lobos, obviously. But there's a lot of modern stuff as well. They seem to encompass a lot of different generations of toys. So regardless of how old you are or what vintage you are, obviously a little bit on the older side, some of my childhood toys are now in here as vintage toys. Come on down, have a look. G.I. Joe's here. We have some DC Super Friends, Thundercats. We got some wrestling stuff down here. Turtles. Who doesn't love turtles?
Yeah.
I actually saw an amazing thing on Twitter just this morning that I was not aware of. Someone had posted up the original 1980s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme song, except they'd taken out the word ninja and put in hero. And I didn't realise such a thing existed, and it really messed with my brain. I couldn't get the song out of my head, but it felt like the wrong version of the song. Lots of turtle stuff. More turtles. Oh, this is my jam.
Yes.
Masters of the Universe. There's some amazing pieces in here. Love Master of the Universe. There's another amazing Master of the Universe section across on the other side of the store, which I'm sure we'll get to in a short while.
Check out.
Because there's some stuff over there that's gold.
Yeah. Any pieces here that you've picked up recently?
I actually got a couple of bargains a little while ago on some Origins pieces, so now very difficult to get. I can't see a lot of Origins stuff in the cabinet over here. There are some more over there. And the Origins obviously is a modern update of the vintage toys with a little bit of modern articulation, but keeping the spirit of the vintage toys. They're just fantastic.
Yeah. Jason Grubbs has said he's angry at PTV. He's supposed to be here, and unfortunately he couldn't be here.
Was there a sick passenger at Spencer Street or something like that? I'm guessing, yeah.
Jason,
Sorry,
we wish you were here too, buddy.
Yeah, wish you were here, Jason. More Masters goodness.
Yeah.
This is one of the great things about this story is that it's not just loose figures, but they've got a lot of boxed stuff as well. So if your jam is boxed cased figures, sealed figures, there's some amazing stuff here as well.
Yeah.
Batman, we're seeing a resurgence of particularly the Michael Keaton Batman is going to be making appearances in the Flash movie that's coming out. You've probably seen the trailers online. So much Michael Keaton goodness over here.
I mean, if any of you guys in the audience want us to take a look at a specific shelf, please sing out, and then we'll definitely head there. But if there's anything, let us know. I mean, it's endless, isn't it? I mean, I said to Dennis before, you walk into this store and every nook and cranny you look into, you always find something else.
Absolutely. It's amazing stuff. And I inevitably, even when I've come in here and managed to buy something, I always leave thinking, there's like 10 other things on the shelf that I would have loved to have got, but for one reason or another, didn't pick it up. Yeah.
Chris goes, loses mind seeing all the Batman stuff.
Yeah. Some great displays. And one of the things that I've noticed about Lobos too is that they really pride themselves on the displays. Every time I come here, I don't live particularly close to here, but every time I come here, there's something new on display. Or they've moved stuff around, or they've rearranged the shelf to make it look just amazing. So a lot of care and attention taken to the toys in here. A lot of respect paid to them, which is fantastic.
What we got here?
Dino Riders. I was talking to someone here in the store earlier on today, and they were talking about some of these Dino Riders stuff. A number of years ago was back in the 90s wasn't particularly sought after or well known, and now
it's one of our guys. I think someone one of the toy reelers at the door.
We got another Victorian at the door.
Victorian there where Dennis is going to get them.
Now let me tell you something about this. We've got a couple of Stegosauruses here.
Yes.
The spiky tail on the end of the Stegosaurus is named by paleontologists as a thagomizer. And the reason it's called a thagomizer is based on a 1982 cartoon comic strip by Gary Larson called The Far Side, where a caveman calls that end of the tail a thagomizer after the late, great Thag Simmons. So paleontologists actually looked at that comic strip and named the tail of a Stegosaurus a thagomizer as a result.
Well, there you go.
Unbelievable.
We've got a couple of comments before we just go to the next shelf. Chris was saying, loses mind seeing all. Oh, that's all right. You've just seen the Batman stuff. Dino Riders, Jason. And Rob was saying, I'm surprised that a vulture figure was not stuck into the Michael Keaton display back there.
The night is young, all I can say.
Glenn, check out the vintage Star Wars museum shelves. Dennis has all the figs and sets from the late 70s, early 80s. Not seen that anywhere else.
There is a lot of stuff for us still to get through, and the live is but young. So.
Yes. Okay. What have we got here?
Mask. Oh, Mask. Another classic theme song from the 1980s, the cartoon series, if you remember it.
Yeah.
There's some great pieces in this display as well. In fact, there's a life-size mask.
That's so cool.
I would imagine here after hours, there's probably some of the staff are getting around wearing that, because why wouldn't you? Bionic Man.
Bionic Man down there. Lee Majors?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, Lee Majors, yeah.
Yes, I remember.
Centurions, Power Extreme.
There we go.
Look at that. Dr. Terror.
I think those are being remade.
Yeah, there's a company that's doing ramen toys.
Ramen toys, yeah.
I love the look of those. And here, other than MOTU, here's my other big jam, Transformers.
Definitely. Hey, before we do that, someone said Roy Cadenza says,
Yeah. Roy's my mate.
Fouché Meister, miss you heaps, bro.
Yeah, you too, bro.
Yeah.
Hopefully see you soon. Good on you, Roy.
Yeah, you're saying
Transformers.
Yes.
Oh, there's there's so few toy franchises that have lasted the distance, but Transformers is definitely one of them. It reinvents itself. It's not scared to do new things as well as revisiting old things. Some people actually criticize it for revisiting the old things so often, but you know what? If the old things weren't so damn good, they wouldn't have lasted, and they wouldn't have such good stuff to go back to. But new interpretations all the time. Check out the new cartoon, the not Cyberverse. I've forgotten the name of it. But there's a new cartoon out at the moment that's worth checking out.
Earthspark.
Earthspark, that's it. Sorry.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob.
28 comments are going to come. Earthspark, you idiot.
Yeah, Rob was like, Transformers, never heard of them. A very obscure 80s toy line.
Yeah, that's right. You probably haven't heard of them, but here we are.
Yeah.
Let's come around the corner here.
Yep.
We got more Transformers. This is a lot more of your G1 stuff. On the other side, there's some more modern stuff. They've even snuck a couple of GoBots in here. I know that's sacrilegious for a lot of people, but look, why not?
Yeah, why the bloody hell not?
One love.
Yes, absolutely.
Star Wars. If you love Star Wars, there is a wall of Star Wars here, and this is but a fraction of the Star Wars. We're about to go around the corner and see an awful lot more.
Amazing. So they like lots of different carded figures. You got the Legacy collection. You have all the Saga collection. You have some vintage collection stuff here, some old stuff, some new stuff. Power of the Force on the green card backs, as well as the orange card backs.
You know what I'm a sucker for? Check out these ones up here.
Yep.
You've got more modern type figures with modern type articulation, that kind of thing, on classic Kenner type card backs. They're just, there's something about them that just jumps out at you.
Yeah. Those are the original Black Series that are being released a few years ago. So yeah,
some good stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's come around here. And you know what? Even though they've got different sections for stuff, like there's Masters of the Universe down there and across there, but then you just come over here and there's Mega Constructs Masters of the Universe Grayskull right here. So you really need to explore the shop and poke around and have a look at all the different shelves.
I was like I said, every nook and cranny, you just never know what you're going to find.
Yep.
A couple of comments. So we got Jason goes, what are these formers you speak of? And Wheels of Chaotic Doom. I was at Lobos in late 2019. Loved the place. Spent up. As did my daughter. Great store.
Oh, that's great. And it's a generational thing sometimes.
Yes.
Like I've brought my boys here and they go silly, just, their eyes bug out at all of the amazing toys.
Yeah.
And, they're going through it saying, Dad, can I have one of that? Can we buy that? Can we take home that? Yeah. It's a really good thing for parents and kids to share.
Nice. Look at all this Black Series stuff. Like literally shelves of it and rows of it.
Boxes lined up. And we're talking not just a box deep. We're talking 3 boxes deep here. So, yeah. There is an awful lot.
Yeah. Where... I got my Alice Cooper action figure. That's what Jason and Bruce said.
I think the Alice Cooper stuff's on the other side of the store. Oh well, that kind of toys, genre. Yeah.
We'll go check it out. But again, you can see more Lego here.
A lot of Star Wars Lego, not all Star Wars Lego. There's a couple of other franchises and Lego lines in this cabinet.
Lots of loose Black Series 6-inch stuff here as well.
I think from here we get right into a lot of Star Wars stuff.
Yes, so, literally, I think this whole aisle.
Yeah,
Star Wars.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So Star Wars wall to wall here, and yeah, again, look up. you think you've seen everything, and then you look up and there's stuff all up on the top shelves there. It's just incredible.
He's got some Bandai stuff here as well, Mayfec stuff. Really bits and bobs there. You go, a couple of the Bandai stuff down here, some older Black Series, and in fact, what's that? It's Martian Nations. Yes, look at that. SH Figure Arts, special edition, 2015. Shadow Trooper. Very nice. Okay.
And Star Wars and Star Wars and more Star Wars.
Yes, okay. So just to give you context, that all these shelves, again, are Star Wars. Combination of vintage and also more primarily vintage.
Now, I think that's a custom, but check it out. That's very clever.
Yeah, it's very cool, isn't it? Actually,
very cool.
I was just looking at something before in one of the shelves here, and actually, we're going to get Dennis the Brains Trust on this. I remember as a kid collecting vintage, right? And I was so hanging for one of these skiffs, but I never, for some reason, was able to buy or find any of these skiffs where I lived. And they actually released the Desert Sail skiffs, which was just like a single seater. It was kind of like a balance between, Jabba's barge as well as a standard skiff, but that was all we could get at that time. And then obviously you got the skiff there itself. So yeah. Anyway, so look, wall to wall again. Star Wars. Crazy. If any of you guys want to see anything in particular, please sing out. We got more comments. We have great store. So the Lilith 1978 says, such a great store staff, are very friendly, helpful. What box G.I. Joe vehicles you have? So we'll check that out later on.
Yeah, we might see some on the other side.
Yeah.
This, I'm pretty sure, was a mail-away figure. It's the C-3PO that comes apart, and it comes with the plastic. It's kind of like a vinyl backpack that Chewbacca can wear, so you can recreate that scene in Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Cool. Some great old Kenner figures in here. Back from the late 70s and early 80s.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, look at this particular scene here with this Tidarium shuttle.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Got the Imperial trips all lined up.
Very cool. I mean, back then, trying to army build these things, all I could really afford was one Stormtrooper. Okay, so you can see more Star Wars, more vintage.
Yeah, check out these setups. These might have been the one that the commenter from earlier was talking about.
Yes, that's right. And Wheels of Chaotic Doom. He says the vintage Star Wars section is awesome on many, many levels. Absolutely.
Yeah,
agree with you. Cool. So you can see up here all the Star Wars stuff, more Star Wars, some boxed vintage collection stuff. Some of it's in pretty good nick. I can spot one up there that says sold, and that box looks in pristine condition. Look at that guy up there.
You'd be stunned if it looks new.
Yeah,
it looks like that's just literally just come out and it's sitting on store in your local Kmart or something.
And right next to that was the new release they did for the Galaxy's Edge, which is sort of like a repaint of the Legacy Millennium Falcon that was released many years ago as well.
Some great stuff.
Yeah. Interesting cabinet here.
Yeah. We're starting to get into some movie madness. We got Robocop, Aliens, Terminator.
Pretty amazing. So eclectic. I mean, but he has everything kind of themed as well, which is really nice. I spotted, some really cool things here. You can see some of the older Gears of War figures. And then back there, you can see back in the shelf over there, there's a Duke Nukem figure, the cop pig, the police pig, which is really cool. I wouldn't mind checking that out after a while. So yeah, really eclectic sort of area with different brands and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
All right, let's
more Star Wars here.
More Star Wars.
Pinball machines. We've got an Optimus Prime that is about the same height as Jason Murray.
Yes.
It's about twice the height of Mikey
Siciliano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Iron Man over here. There's another statue over here. It's a little bit better looking than all of those.
Yeah.
It's Gal Gadot. as Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Spider-Man over her shoulder. Not that she needs the protection or anything. Doctor Who. If you're a Doctor Who fan, and I know that you're out there.
Lots of Doctor Who.
Heaps of Doctor Who.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelves of Doctor Who.
Yep.
Lots of Daleks over here. If you want to army build Daleks. Actually, would people army build Daleks? They would. I think so. Look, there you go.
Probably.
Yeah, you could. You could. You definitely could. I mean, you'd be crazy like me. Star Trek.
Yep.
All you Star Trek fans. Beautiful.
Okay.
It is
to keep the riffraff out.
It is incredible, Chris.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. Very incredible.
Lego minifigures.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a good Lego minifigure?
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, amazing.
All right.
There's a section over here that I love looking in, and I've got some stories about. I won't share all of them at the moment, but this is Muppets. I love Muppets. Muppets is possibly the least cynical thing that's ever been on television. It's all about joy. But check out this couple of really special pieces here.
Tell us.
They've got the stage.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Palisades series.
Yeah.
From, I don't know, I think it was the 90s or early noughties, I think.
Yep.
I'm not terribly sure. But a couple of special things. They've got the stage, which just looks beautiful. They've got the backstage playset with Rolf. It's a beautiful recreation of what you saw on the show.
Yeah.
That has been in this store for a long while, and for the longest time it was not for sale. It's for sale now, and I'm going to suggest that the price they've got it for is just incredible.
Hey, you've got a quick comment. Where's the Chaotic Doom says again, Lobos is a time capsule for us 70s kids who grew up in the 80s. Lots of nostalgia and tugs at the, hey, remember this as a kid heartstrings.
Absolutely.
Jason Grubb also and Rob Franklin knows this guy over here.
Oh. Darkwing Duck. Is it Darkwing Duck? Is that
Duckula.
Duckula. Oh, Darkwing Duck. Yeah. Sorry. Someone was talking about Darkwing Duck the other day. Yeah.
You're going to point something out there?
Sweetums.
Yeah.
There's a Sweetums at the back there. Again, the Palisades collection. That is a phenomenal toy. That's it. Oh, I'll just bump my head on the Darth Vader statue over here. And down here, another playset of Pigs in Space.
Yeah,
look at
awesome.
that. That's magnificent. Love it.
I've actually got that set. He's actually got a couple. So anyone, hey, you know what? I highly recommend getting the entire set because you could use that interior area as well for diodes, if you're taking toy photography and stuff. So there's actually one in there, another one behind there for sale, and that one that's loose. Can't really see. Yeah.
And a couple of other items also. I know we're sort of hovering around this shelf because I really like
that's
this
all
shelf.
right. That's okay.
We've got the special edition Palisades Jim Henson. Now, obviously, you can't see it, but it's the actual man himself, Jim Henson, creator of the Muppets, but made into a Muppet type character. And that was, I think it was a con exclusive. Yeah, might have been a Comic Con exclusive or something.
Quite possibly.
I can't remember the details of it, I'm afraid, but I actually have one of those at home myself.
I think
it's a beautiful piece.
I think Palisades did a marvelous job.
And just before we leave this section, I want you to say hello to his little friend. It's Scarface.
Good old Pacino.
There we go.
Very nice. Very nice.
That wasn't funny at all. We got Incredible Hulk. We told you we'd be unhinged. Unapologetic.
Unapologetic. No, tonight's very low, like I said, very, very rough. Just iPhone vibe.
Planet of the Apes.
Yep. Very cool.
That Hulk stuff. Some of this Hulk merch. This merch can be really charming and ridiculous and stupid and awesome. The Swedish Chef Kitchen. Sorry, we're seeing more Muppets. That's it. We're finished.
No, that's it. Yeah. I you know what? That's so tempting. I mean,
the band. Yeah. Now I've got the Palisades. This is the smaller scale version of the
Diamond Select one.
I've actually got the stage, but the Palisades version.
Oh, right.
That I picked up at a garage sale. I'm not joking, for $40.
What a score!
Boxed.
What a score!
Unbelievable score. Yeah, so it's fantastic. And quite frankly, that is the best band name in the history of band names. Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem.
How good is that?
If you saw that on a poster at your local railway station, plastered up outside, you'd go. Let's face it.
Grub says Muppets is one of my favorite ever franchises.
Love the Muppets.
Absolutely.
Okay, we've got Pops, because what collectible store would be complete without Pops?
Yep.
We've got a heap of trade paperbacks and hardbacks, a lot of Marvel stuff.
A lot of, what do they call it? Omnibuses?
Yep, that's it.
Hardcovers.
Check out the statues. Mostly Marvel statues and stuff up here. There's a couple of DC characters mixed amongst them. But these statues go all the way down. And even on top there, can you see right up the top? And these shelves just go on and on and on.
Yeah, they do.
Just incredible.
Crazy. All right. What's behind you?
Hey, Marvel.
Mr. Ashby's been in the background.
Nathan. How are you, Nathan? You found yourself? Yeah, good. You're alive on the internet.
Oh, shit. What do we got here?
Marvel stuff. Lots of Marvel stuff. There's some movie stuff. That's J.K. Simmons with hair and J.K. Simmons without hair.
Very good. Jonah Jameson. Okay, cool. Spider-Man for all you Spider-Man fans, anyway, right? So, like, this is Spider-Man galore. I think Craig Moore probably like this shelf.
Yeah, there's actually on the other side of this is more Marvel stuff and DC stuff, Marvel Legends stuff. I don't know as much about this kind of stuff as Craig Moore does. But then I don't think there's many people in the world that know more about Marvel Legends stuff than Craig Moore does. Frankly, he's an awesome guy.
I like Grub goes, damn it, now I just want to be there more. And he goes, Jonah Jameson is maybe one of the best ever comic book characters, he reckons.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Okay, what we got here?
Another shelf that makes you just want to smash.
No pun intended.
Yeah,
smash it.
Check out this Fantastic Four set. It's
cool.
It's a 4-piece set. And it homages the cover of Fantastic Four 1 from what, 1962 or something? I can't remember the date.
You know it, buddy. You know it.
Yeah,
that's a great piece, by the way.
Fantastic. Absolutely beautiful.
Ashby, can you do me a favor and tell them just lower it down, come down a bit? Those guys.
DC. Lots of DC stuff here. Again, I'm more of a Marvel guy than a DC guy, but you know what? Gone are the days where you only liked DC and hated Marvel or vice versa.
Yep.
We can love everything.
Absolutely.
And everyone's got their favourites and their preferences. And toys are all about joy, not competition.
Hey, I just got to say this, right? I got to say this. So through there, and so I know it's on the other shelf, but there's Mr. Potato Head over there.
With moving lips.
Do you know that they've made it gender neutral now?
Just Potato Head.
Yeah, it's no longer Mr. Potato Head.
Okay.
Yeah. Interesting. Voltron shelf?
Voltron.
Yep.
It's vintage. Oh, look at that vintage Lion Voltron in the background there.
Yeah.
We've got this. This is the weirdest cartoon I reckon I've ever seen. Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
It's just, I can't get into it, but other people do, and good on them.
Speaking of, anime stuff. There's a line that I grew up with, which was G-Force.
G-Force. Oh, I love G-Force.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember watching Battle of the Planets too. Look, I don't know a lot of Dragon Ball Z, but that guy here, his name, according to the box, this one here, is just Mr. Satan. And wouldn't you love that on your shelf? Just because it looks ridiculous and cool at the same time.
Thank you, Rob. He said it was 1961.
1961?
Yes.
Fantastic Four. Yeah. I was off by like a year.
No, I think you did say 1961.
I said 62.
Yeah. It is an awesome diorama, Jonathan. Fantastic.
Yeah. Now, do you remember these? MM, what did that stand for? I can't remember now, but I remember this line from when I was a boy. This is the thing, you come into a store like Lobos and you see things that bring back memories.
Yeah.
And so much nostalgia going on here.
There is. Even next there we see those real monsters.
Real monsters. Yeah, I never saw those.
Never saw it as a kid? No, that's all right.
A couple of Macross and Robotech things here. I think we're getting into some of the more pop culture stuff in terms of the movies. Indiana Jones.
Come on, that's staple, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Quintessential. Definitely Indiana Jones.
Goodness.
They've even got some modern toys here. Some of the Quentin Tarantino films.
Yeah.
Django Unchained, as well as The Hateful Eight.
I'm looking forward to the next Indiana Jones film. I understand it's all set in a retirement home.
Hey.
Yeah. His latest adventure is he falls out of bed and breaks a hip. He's like 160 years old or something like that.
Oh,
so,
wow.
yeah,
Okay.
it's a movie to look forward to, a real action classic. Knight Rider, Rocky. We got so much stuff here.
Knight Rider and Rocky, for sure. I've got a couple of comments.
Mr. T luncheon napkins.
Wow.
I pity the fool that gets messy eating pizza. I need Mr. T luncheon napkins.
Love it. Really need to get back to Lobos sometime, although my wallet wishes I don't. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, that's true.
Mighty Max with a bomb.
Mighty Max, was that the MM things
Yes,
down there?
yeah.
I couldn't remember the name of them.
Yeah, so
but I remember them as a kid.
Okay. Glenn goes, Lobos is a national treasure. My son, Jake, and I pop in every weekend. Without Lobos, we would only have places like Kmart or Zing. Yikes.
Yeah, and that doesn't really do it, does it?
No.
No. So yeah, trolls. Lots of really random stuff in here. Some McDonald's toys. Mad magazine.
Yes.
Troll dolls.
Yeah.
Troll warriors. Mars Attacks. For goodness sake.
Yeah.
Oh, great movie. If you've never seen Mars Attacks, do yourself a favour. There's a Hulkster headband.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Crazy. It just gets better and better.
Labyrinth bathroom cups. What's a bathroom cup? What's a bathroom cup? What would you do? I'm not sure I want to know.
Yeah, I know. That's
you do.
I know. It would be for this is dispensers or something.
Dispenser.
Like for for mouthwash.
Oh, okay.
Would it be for mouthwash?
And it's got Goblin written on it because you want to be drinking your mouthwash out of a cup that says Goblin. Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right. Dude, before we head over there, I mean, this we got to look at this.
Now this is the section I was talking about before. Now, if you've been keeping an eye on Lobos on the socials, and you probably should be looking at Lobos on the socials, they had got in the store a massive amount of Master of the Universe classics.
Yes.
And this is a bittersweet kind of thing because on the one hand, you've got some incredible classics toys right here.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, now you can't see all the awesome stuff that's right behind
it.
Now, check out down here.
Whoa.
Web store, Staction.
2000X.
This.
Yeah.
This is...
The Four Horsemen, by the way.
Four Horsemen sculpted.
Yep, sculpted.
Some of this 2000X stuff is just... Look at that.
That's... You know what? These are great sculpts. I mean, there's the...
Phenomenal.
You know, quintessential Four Horsemen Studios. Well, they did great. I mean, but you wouldn't find a larger collection anywhere in Australia for classics.
Look at this one. This one's right at the back. Sorry, I'm going to need to...
Yeah, that's right.
Here.
Yeah, look at that. Wow,
look at that.
Jitsu, amazing.
Jitsu.
I got to say, they did do a good job.
His hair that often breaks off is floating down the bottom of the box, but still complete.
In fact,
that's amazing.
I think, in fact, a fellow toy reeler by the name of Mr. Simon Flack has a whole set of all these that he wants to get rid of. And he's always been trying to flog them off to me. We got a couple of comments. Let's have a look here. Hunting through here for a tongue lasher, but they didn't have it.
Tongue lasher. Oh, now which one? Which tongue lasher?
Which tongue lasher?
Because there is a couple of tongue lashers here that I have seen this very evening. So which tongue lasher were you after?
Here we go. We got to ask Dennis whether he has a tongue lasher. And by the way, look who's here, Mr. Chris Steffu.
Woohoo!
How you doing, buddy? Come over.
We can't hear from way
we
down
can't
there.
we can't hear you from there all the way down there.
What's happening, boys?
How are you, Chris? Good to see you, mate.
Yeah, we are live. So say hi to everyone.
Hello, whoever's out in the universe.
Grubs wish he was here. Like I said, he was trying to make it here, but he couldn't come down.
Is he online?
He is online.
Hey, Grub. Wish you were here.
Yeah.
You know how I was talking before about the shelves being really high? Cast your eyes upwards. We've got a Master of the Universe Classics, Castle Grayskull.
Wow.
In box.
That
right up above it, though, Battle Bones. In box.
Crazy.
Spider. Bashosaurus. In box.
Okay, and you know what also is in box that I want? I don't want to be greedy though. Is these Rotons? Remember I was here last time?
Yeah,
Chris,
yeah,
come and tell the
yeah,
story. Come on.
Oh God.
Come over. Come here.
Your story to Roton.
All right, tell a story.
Of course, when Clinton was here last time, he saw Roton. He's like, should I get it? Should I not? Next thing you know, he goes to the car with his Roton.
Yeah.
No one knew when he got it. He just somehow just happened to get it.
After a bit of wheeling dealing, and I think Dennis also looked after me and looked after. Actually, that was a good night. All the Tory guys were here. It was a really, really good
We
night.
all were.
Yeah.
And then the following night, you got more Master of the Universe classic stuff.
Yeah, but like Michael said, I mean, look, this is incredible. Probably one of the largest.
I walked in. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. Actually, which means now we gotta grab Dennis. Hey, Dennis, you gotta come over here and explain what's the meaning of this. Dennis, come over here. We're live. We got questions. Come over here.
Yeah, put the pizza down, Dennis. Come over here.
See, first we got a question, right? So we're live. We got all our
Yeah.
Now hunting through. Jason goes hunting through here, and he's looking for a tongue lasher. Do we have a tongue lasher? But I guess that's something you can think about. But I'm gonna throw.
We might have a tongue lasher in there.
But I'm gonna throw this.
It's been there somewhere.
I'm gonna throw this to you. What's the
think
meaning of this? You have easily the largest classics collection I've seen anywhere. How do you explain that?
How do I explain it? I just like stacking the boxes. So, like, I started like literally. I started from here this morning, and I like making walls. And you ever play crossbows and catapults? I did a lot.
Yes.
So I would make these walls when I was a little kid. So the only reason I've got these boxes is so I can make a nice wall. And you make a wall, it's such a pretty wall. And you've got like white stones, you've got brown stones, and you just make a wall, and it's just like a great wall.
It is a great wall.
And
a great wall of
And then
Lobos
you get
collectibles.
goofballs like us coming
You
to
just-
kick it over.
You just make a good wall. And I just keep on stacking, like every morning I'd put another one on there. And I'm just like, how far can I get it? So that's the meaning.
One
about
day you're going to
this.
take the wall down, and there'll be a customer
Yeah, I
behind
just,
there somewhere.
You know,
That's-
there's
that's
going to
us.
be one customer that comes in and goes, I want that Hordak.
yeah, I really just like stacking boxes. And this is my wall.
Yeah,
here.
we could do like Jenga.
Done.
Take out a
No,
Hordak,
no, no.
take out a Froster,
We need a big crossbow or a big catapult.
a bowling
We
ball.
throw,
Hey, we
These floors are nice and
we got a comment from the Wheels of Chaotic Doom. He goes, all that MOTU stuff would be in my car if I was there, and I would be divorced in a few minutes later.
all right. It depends how much you like your wife.
Well, so if you want to get these, come down to the store and definitely put all these things in your car.
Yeah, but get divorced first because she will take half of it.
So yeah, there you go. I mean, it's very, very impressive. Very impressive. All right.
Thank
Cool. All right. We'll come back to you soon, Dennis. You guys, look, all those guys are over there having. Dennis, I got to say, he's always such a hospitable guy. He would come in here, we take over, and then he buys us food and pizzas and drinks, and he invites all his friends.
Always with a smile.
Always
so-
with a smile.
and ready for a chat.
I would say this is Australia's premium toy store. There you go. Cool. All right. What else?
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
Now, our mate Nathan, who you met earlier, is all about the Power Rangers, aren't you?
All right, Nathan. You wanna give us a bit of a roundup of what you see on the shelves here.
All right, so it's pan up a bit first.
Yeah.
So we got for the first season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, you got the Deluxe Megazord and Dragonzord,
Yep.
which were like the last resort for beating the massive giant kaiju aliens.
Right. Okay.
Next to it, you also have, because you would also need, you can't even see it.
Oh,
Here.
you might want to be careful with that because you don't.
Yeah,
wanna-
no.
Yeah.
The Japanese release of Titanus that goes with them.
Yep.
Put them all together, you get the Ultra Zord.
Yep.
So it's like the super final weapon form.
Yep.
So behind all of these, you got this Kamen Rider thing, I think. They've had a bit of a relationship,
Yep.
much to Craig's chagrin.
Mm-hmm.
So we got here like I think it's a build-a-figure version of the Astro Megazord from the In Space.
A builder figure.
It's a build-a-figure, yeah.
Yeah.
In Space season.
Yep.
All right. So
We got a couple of comments real quick. Comments. Oh my God, there's plenty of comments. Okay, I would come down there, but I'm a 10-hour drive away. Jonathan Hawkins goes, some really good old Power Rangers stuff.
Good on you, Jono.
Plenty of comments. Who else? Lobos. So Nick McLean goes, I wish, hey, Dennis, you're listening to this? We got a comment.
Yeah.
Lobos, I wish Lobos had an online shop. I sent them a Facebook message about some ordering interstate with no reply.
Ooh.
We don't do online.
They don't do online.
Don't do
Sorry,
online.
Nick.
Hate online. Not fun.
Not fun. Hey, you know what?
Hey,
Come to the store, seriously, because you get first-class service, mate.
You don't actually realize how big this store is until you get here.
So come again?
So you don't realize how big this store is. Even walking around here, you don't realize how big this store is. You
Yeah.
need to come in real life and actually experience
It's incredible.
And
This
this is
store.
just more evidence of why Melbourne is
It's the toy capital.
best city
It's
to
the
live
toy
in
capital.
ever.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, if you've got children, avert your eyes because we're about to go through the horror section.
Yep.
There's stuff here that you don't want to see. Just no, don't look at the. Oh, that's.
So this
Don't look at it. Audio has gone. Give me a second. Yeah. 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Okay, we should be back, guys. We should be back. Just stand by. Your audio has died. Is our audio back? Audio here? No audio here. Okay, hang on a second. Oh, okay, we're back. Back now. Yeah.
Back now. Okay, I don't know what part you.
No,
you
I
lost us
I
at.
tell you why there was audio because someone was trying to call me. So it's,
Oh,
yeah.
Ah.
See, they interrupt
cheeky
you.
bugger.
Cheeky
Stop,
buggers.
stop calling Clinton. Leave us alone.
Just don't call my phone, man. We're doing a live.
Mikey, stop calling in.
Yep.
He's
Yeah.
not buying you things. Just
Yeah.
leave him alone.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, lads. Thank you.
Here to help. More box goodness, floor to ceiling. French boxed Inspector Gadget.
Wow.
Check it out. You know what I love about some of the vintage stuff they've got in here? Some of it, they've actually got the old price tags from when it was originally at retail. Now, they've been smart enough to stick the Lobos price on top of the vintage one, but I'm always just that little bit tempted to offer them the price that's on the original vintage price sticker.
Yeah.
You know, I want to buy that for $3.95. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Not $395, just $3.95.
Yeah.
That'd be great. But you know, I don't actually go and ask them that because I'm not an idiot.
Yeah. Hey, just quickly, Jonathan was saying we missed a few things from after everything was avert your eyes from the horror. Just so we just
Oh,
going
we
to
shall
backtrack.
go back.
Okay, we move back real.
We were averting you the audio from the
Yeah.
horror. No, let's
So-
move on.
So you got your
Okay.
lovely.
That's not for children.
That's not for children,
No.
but
But let's show it live.
let's go it. Show it. Beautiful
Front
stuff.
Yep.
You got your very much horror stuff.
Yeah.
Where you got your McFarlane toys.
Yes.
Got a bit of Buffy.
Yes.
Well,
Actually, speaking of children, Jackie Fouché says the boys say hi, Dad.
Hey boys, how you going?
So shall we keep on going with the horror?
It's 45 minutes to bedtime.
Yeah.
Nate, Ezra, it's time to start getting into the shower and getting done, and you'll be asleep when I get home.
Horrific.
So
Horrific.
let's-
horrific.
If these kids are watching, let's go that way, not this way.
Yeah,
Actually,
okay.
past here.
Okay, yeah, more horror. Zelda, Ganondorf.
There we go, Zelda.
Love a bit of Zelda. Sectors. Oh, and Lord of the Rings. Here we go.
Yes.
We have,
All right.
look at all this box. Now, there's actually boxed Lord of the Rings here, sealed Lord of the Rings here. Some amazing figures that came out around the time of the films.
The film. Yep.
And behind you here, we have these, including an Australian exclusive
for $600.
Yeah.
Still boxed.
It's a Gimli.
Is
Helm's
it a
Deep
Gimli? Is it still minty fresh?
It looks it.
I
It
can't
looks
believe
completely sealed.
I can't believe that's gone for $600. I got to tell you though, if you turn around,
Yep.
I got this guy and picked him up recently, Treebeard,
Wow.
loose for $90.
Oh, that's good.
Wow.
It's pretty
That's very
good.
good.
Hey,
That's
pretty
very
good. Actually, $80 cash. Yeah.
Iron Giant.
I'm sorry, but we have a Sectorus, the Hive up there. That is
Oh,
absolutely fantastic.
yes.
So this was a toy back from the 80s as well,
Yep.
where some of the vehicles you could actually put your hand in them like a glove and walk them around and stuff. It was a great play feature, very very innovative and clever.
Now, anyone into the sectors, there was a company recently called Zika Toys. They've gone out of business. They actually reissued a lot of 3/3/4 inch sectors that also had magnets underneath their feet, so you could you could stand them properly. So yeah, what a shame.
Next to it, Tron statue.
Yeah.
Like Tron, I also fight for the users.
Yep. So Lord of the Rings.
More turtles.
Yeah.
Carded turtles. Box turtles.
Marvel Legends.
Marvel Legends.
Old
Some of the
school.
more modern ones here.
And old school.
Yeah.
All the Toy Biz original series.
Fantastic.
You still got all your Builder figures. You obviously have a good old Galactus bath here that you can buy parts for. I mean, these look. You know, I've got to say, some of these, yeah, they still hold up. Wouldn't you say, Chris? They still hold up.
100%. Some of them actually still, I reckon, are better than the original, other than the new ones that they've released.
Yeah. Actually, we got a comment. Here we go. I said, okay, going back, I had some sectors as a kid, as well as Power Lords.
Now,
Power Lords.
what you're
That's
seeing on the
something I have not
screen
seen.
now, that box, that Hive playset,
Yeah.
is a lot bigger than what it looks on the screen.
Correct.
It's massive.
Yeah.
If you think of a classics grayscale box,
It's large.
It's
larger.
much bigger than that.
It's almost the size of me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dennis, to tell you about the figures they produced on Lobos card backs. Yeah.
Oh, would that be the ones that was done by that one of the local toy artists here?
Yes.
Chipter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did some. What series was it?
Victory V, or was it Last
yeah,
Starfighter?
no, just V.
V, yeah.
V.
Yeah.
The
Actually, we'll take a look at those in a minute, and I'm also going to look at Michael's custom. Sorry, Nathan, you were saying, Ashby, you're saying there's what up there?
A Power Lords Vulcan Rock.
Oh, there we go, Power Lords. There, Vulcan Rock. There you go up there, mate. Absolutely. So, man, you know, like I said, anything about this store is literally nooks and crannies. If you look up, left, right, center, down, you know, you can easily spend, I would say, 2 hours in this store.
I spotted this.
2 hours. Make it more.
Yeah. Look,
Especially-
this is something that I want to walk out the door with. Look at that. Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah.
Toy Biz, oversized. It's a large toy. And yeah, fully posable, lots of articulation in that. And since we're talking about 80s vintage, check out this above the door here. Now, that's your 80s vintage right there.
Fantastic.
That's a boom
You can
box.
easily see someone have it on their shoulder.
Oh,
away.
you'd need two people to carry that. It's enormous.
That's incredible. I love it. I love it. This is, like I said again, nostalgia galore. Okay, what
Come
shall
over
we?
this way.
Yep.
We have got more cupboards here. Who didn't love Astro Boy when they were young? I used to come home from school and watch Astro Boy cartoons.
Yep.
Or was it before school? Maybe they moved it around. But I remember watching a lot of Astro Boy. It, you know, you look back on it now and it was a little bit overwrought, but you know, I ate that stuff up when I was little.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
when I was a kid, it's just
Indeed,
great.
it was a ghetto blast up there. Yeah, definitely ghetto
Yeah,
blaster.
yep, for sure.
Like Chris, she says, Boulder Hill size. Lol. Yep, absolutely. There are lots of big boxes here, buddy.
You want to talk about vintage toys? Check out some of this stuff.
Yes.
Some of this merch is very old.
We're going
And-
into pre-70s and 60s.
We're
now.
talking about 60s and 70s easily. So even people that are older than our good selves, and we're pretty old.
Absolutely. I mean, you got some Playmobil?
Stuff here.
Playmobil?
For sure.
Actually, Chris just said, yes, it is. It's a very, very, very lovely, sizable Astro. Oh, Georgia has a lovely, sizable Astro Boy collection. There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, guys, not for sale.
Not for sale. Not for sale. Okay, what's here?
Oh, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, D&D.
So there's a big resurgence at the moment of this stuff. You know, there's a lot of geek culture that's was very underground, very laughed at and frowned upon if you're into this kind of stuff back in the day. But now it's reached levels in pop culture where it's cool and
It's actually embraced.
yeah, people get right into it. And fantastic. So lots of really old vintage Dungeons and Dragons sets here. Losing my words.
I mean, you look at these card ones. NECA recently, I think, reissued some of these as well. Actually, the man to ask, and again explain the meaning of this, is Dennis. Dennis, come over here. We need you for a second. We need for all the Dungeons D&D fans. You want to explain the meaning of this? Tell us what's going on here, buddy. You're very proud of this, aren't you? I've seen that the recent post in terms of how proud you are.
I've never done a D&D display, and I've never done a display basically without toys in the first couple shelves, because this is like the hero section here. It's like meant to be the best toys of the best. But I thought D&D was really about the books, the artwork, the original miniatures that people painted, the sort of pewter lead figures. And it's just I sort of fell in love with doing this, and the illustrated pages inside the books as well, because the illustrations is what gave everybody that amazing fantasy just to go ahead and play the game and, you know, hang out with your friends and go on quests and adventures. So, Dungeons and Dragons was just a game about imagination. So all the artwork had to really, make sure you grew on that. So if you have a look at the artwork here, the halflings, and you've got the females in the wizard's room, and the specialists, which are like basically thieves, wizards, warriors and all that. So the dwarfs down there, all the little people there, the denizens where you've got like the lizard men and swamp creatures. They're just, so when you played the game, you could imagine, okay, when the dungeon master is saying to you, oh yeah, there's a swamp creature coming out, you sort of knew, okay, that's what it looked like. So it's really important to me. I used to play D&D when I was a lot younger.
Look at these guys. They've reissued these figures now.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
They're starting to do reissues of the old TSR figures.
Yes, correct.
The Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. These are the original ones.
Yeah.
From 1983, 84 from memory. So the new ones coming out are sort of like 6-inch based and stuff like that. So they're pretty cool.
I remember Strongheart here. In fact, NECA's brought out now, I think, just the 6-inch version.
Yeah,
they've released and announced that.
Yeah, they're all the original little minifigures that you could play with Dungeons and Dragons as well if you didn't want to paint the original little lead figures.
Well, Warduke's been reissued in 6-inch from NECA.
Correct. Yeah,
so
Warduke's good figure.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got, for me, it's all about nostalgia. I think the new toys that are coming out are amazing. I would love to buy every single one and put it in the store. It's overwhelming at the moment. There's way too much new stuff coming out for me.
Yeah.
But I live in nostalgia. So anything from the 70s and 80s is what really excites me. So you won't see too much new stuff in the store. It sort of happens by accident if we have anything new. The store is well and truly just wanting to be 70s, 80s, 90s, even 60s toys. We try not to go past the mid 90s, apart from Star Wars stuff.
We got a comment from Chris all the way from the Central Coast, New South Wales. She's a friend of ours. She says, totally agree. Shan's best friend from his youth is now the senior arts director at Wizards, and he did a lot of the work in the new Monsters manual.
Yeah,
it's
great.
so surreal to see his name in books now.
Yeah, the artwork was amazing. That's what gave everybody inspiration to play the game.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of this type of artwork, and it's unusual to see books at Lobos.
Yep.
Where I've never, 15 years, I've never done a book display. So this is the very first time, and I was like, this is cool. I'm not going to put toys here. I'm just going to let the artwork and the books tell the story. So
it is a really good couple of shelves.
Yeah, it's a really good.
You made a good decision there.
Yeah.
You're talking about the centerpiece.
The centerpiece.
These sets, the way they're set up, it just for a D&D collector, or someone who's really into D&D to come in and see this.
Yeah,
you can imagine just being glued to it.
It is a bit special. The dice is vintage dice from D&D as well. So that's all that's like vintage dice from the 80s. 1985, probably all that vintage dice. And I remember playing and somebody would say, "Oh my God, they made a 20-sided die, a 50-sided die,"
Yeah,
like, we'd
yeah.
freak out.
Yeah.
We'd freak out. We're like, somebody would bring one to school,
Yeah.
and you're like, "What is this?
Yeah.
This is like sorcery, a 50-sided die. What's happening to the world? How can they put 50 sides on a die or 20 sides on a die?" And the octagonal dice and the octagonal ones, the pentagon ones, the triangles. I mean, it just used to freak me out. Even the dice themselves were like little toys. So
They've got a lot of vintage appeal, even the dice.
Yeah, even the dice.
We got a little comment from Glenn Sugden. Such a happy place and an awesome tour.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Glenn. Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
Hey, quickly before you go, this is new, isn't it? This is a new.
Crash Test Dummies. Probably one of the most fun toy line. It's nearly sacrilege to leave these toys in their boxes and packets, because as you can see, it was a bit of a wacky thing where the whole thing about playing with these toys is to launch these figures, which they all had names like Pit Stop, Vince, Larry, Daryl, Dent. They all gave them like human names, and the whole point of the whole game is to put them in a car or a helicopter or a dirt digger, forklift, a cab, and just run that cab into a brick wall as hard as you can for all these amazing crash test dummies with human names to go through the windscreens or fall out the door and just be decapitated, bodies hanging out, death everywhere. This is the toy line.
You said that it was almost sacrilegious to have the toys in the packaging.
Yeah.
There's a couple of toys here that are actually trying to escape.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're actively Splice and Gyro.
Yeah.
Get it together, guys. They're actually trying to emerge.
Let me tell you something really interesting.
First.
I'll tell you something really interesting about the crash test dummies.
Okay.
There was a little bit of an uproar. The mums were complaining that the dummies had human names.
Wow.
That Larry, David, Daryl, Vince, Dent, like you can tell the human names. So later on in the toy line, they dropped the human names because they thought it was we'll just drop the human names, and they started giving characters like superhero names like Splice and Gyro, which weren't human names. But it's a great toy line.
No,
it's fantastic.
If I was named Larry or Vince
Yeah.
or Daryl, I'd want that toy so bad.
Yeah. They didn't do a dentist, which I'm really pissed off about. I'd be like just shoving my head through the windscreen every day.
Look,
Just
Larry
Larry.
explodes on impact.
Now let me tell you, if you can go up here, they did a cat and dog set, which you ran over with your crash test dummies car, and they ran flat, and there's tire marks on the cat and dog.
Marks on the cat's belly. Oh, that's terrible.
Classic.
Now the most controversial one, which we sold, I think the second day we did this display, is the crash test baby in the pram.
Oh,
There is a, look it up, guys. There's a crash test dummy in a pram. You just push the pram as hard as you can into your brick wall, plaster wall, and just see that baby die on the ground in horrible positions.
I hope your kids.
This is what happens.
Nathan, Ezra, block your ears. Go to bed.
Yeah. So very fun toy line to play with. And they did have an animated TV show, and I believe it was the first CGI animated TV show of its kind ever.
I do remember watching that as a
Yeah.
kid.
So
It was fun.
Yeah. First animated computer graphics. CGI, kids animated TV show. So that's
cool.
it.
One more thing, I want to talk about your Simpsons collection, because I think that's again one of probably the more comprehensive collections in Australia.
Yeah. Well, we did the whole Simpsons village in town
Yes.
a few months back, and that was like a mega hit. Someone fell in love with it and came and bought the entire town, the village, the setup, all my glass shelves, everything. They just said, "I want the whole thing like that exactly." I was like, okay, no problem.
Do you mind if I ask what it went for roughly?
Just 5,000 from memory.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot of figures there. There was a lot of exclusive figures, which I opened up because I'm like, I got carried away with it. And I'm like, I need to have the exclusive figure from this. I think Manjula was like $150 figure. I opened it up and put all the little babies, the octuplets in the pram. So there was stonecutters. There was like 2 limited edition stonecutter figures. I just got carried away. I started ripping out figures, and I knew I would never get my money back for them. So I just wanted to complete the whole town.
Yeah,
So those photos are on our Facebook page. They're really cool. I had a lot of fun doing The Simpsons entire town. It was really
Shall
fun.
we have a look over there? Just take us there and see what
Yeah.
you've got set up. So there you go.
Yeah. So we've got Simpsons above there, all the sets. We've got the Simpsons Playmates characters. They're all complete with their accessories. Lots of Simpsons figures on card, and just like oddities like plush, old Simpson dolls and cups and glasses and Simpson comics, and there's a Duff energy drink there, and yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. If you want to kind of get a sort of a fairly ready-made collection, make sure you come over
a
here.
little higher too, above the shelf.
I know. Yep, looked at that. Oh,
Who's this?
good old
Photo bombing.
photo bombing.
But get off me.
Jason goes, I'm back, had a call. Yep, all good, Mr. Grubb, all good. I got to say, actually, what are your thoughts on the new Super 7 line coming out for Simpsons?
Oh, I'm going to sound like a broken record. I love nostalgia. Some of these are 20 odd years old now. So I think all the new toys are amazing. But we've got to sort of stick in our lane and just focus on vintage and the original concepts and stuff like that. But don't get me wrong, I love all of it. I could easily just spend whatever savings I have left on them and have a good time with them. But yeah, we've got to call the line somewhere.
All right, mate. I'll let you go back have dinner.
Thank you.
I think there are a couple of little bits and pieces. Chris, have you already had something to eat?
I have had my food.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
it's just you boys that need to have some food.
Yeah, actually, go eat. Let's.
Just one
quickly.
thing I was gonna. There is something just over there, the Batman thing. Bring it over.
Yeah.
Just something that I wanted to point out here. They've got a lot of these old vintage cards and sticker sets. Look at these: Moonraker, Buck Rogers, Gremlins, Back to the Future. I got a couple of sets of these last time I was here for my wife, New Kids on the Block, because she was a massive New Kids on the Block fan. Now, inside there was the 8 Supergloss photo cards, 1 sticker, and some really old bubblegum that had been sealed up for decades. Speaking of things that have been sealed up for decades, we also found this Batman
What?
chocolate-flavored candy bar with soft caramel center. And
Is it what?
it's in there. Look,
Oh my-
look. And it's open.
What?
And Clinton is going to eat this
I'm not
live on air.
No way. No
Anything
way.
could happen.
No way. I'm not doing that. I'm actually dairy intolerant, so I can't.
Oh,
I can't.
when did you become a dairy
If
intolerant?
my
In the
wife's
last
watching,
5 minutes?
my wife's watching, she'll test to that.
Oh, there's no dairy left.
Yeah. Oh, mate, Simon.
There's no dairy left in that chocolate bar. It's evaporated 20 to 30 years ago. It's gone.
A little comment.
There's only caca now.
It is caca.
Only
Crispy.
caca. You like caca? It's for you.
Yeah, Crispy. Thank you, everyone. Great night and so jelly. I love So Far Away. So she was so Anyway, thanks for tuning, Chris. What else can we can sort of wrap up with? I mean, it's endless. Like I said,
there's so much to see. As I said, we haven't even covered the whole store. There's stuff.
You really
everywhere.
need to go digging in this store. If you come, you need to dig it in the back corners, in every little area that you can dig. You can spend hours and hours and hours here, and you'll still keep on finding new stuff.
we got to. Yeah, absolutely. So that's what we'll do when we close out as well. We got a little question for Dennis. Jason Grubb goes, Dennis, you had the Major Brothers in recently. How was that?
Oh, they're such big nerds. they really are. They're actually wonderful guys. I know they're like, muscly and bulky and stuff like that, but they are massive toy nerds. They get excited about everything. They do love the store. They're just one of us. They're really nice guys. I think Matt said to me, like, what are you doing in a few months? Do you want to come to my house in Los Angeles? I need you to set up my tour display. And I was like, yeah, if you buy the ticket, first class, Matt, I'll be there.
Nice. Hey, and also we got something special. Your son's here tonight.
Yeah, that's Zach over there.
Zach, come and say hi, Zach.
Yeah.
Come on, and say hi.
Hey, Zach.
How are you?
He'll be shy.
So how did your dad rope you into this?
I don't know. I just felt like I'd come and check it out.
Too cool. Too suave.
All right.
Too suave.
We'll go back to the store.
Too suave.
All right.
Is
What
he
else?
single, ladies?
All right. What else?
Okay. Check out this Statue of Liberty playset, X-Men.
Yep.
That was from the movie 2000. I
Mm-hmm.
want to say.
Yep.
Good stuff. The Man of Steel himself. Check out this
Oh, okay. So
Star Wars gear over here.
we have a plethora. Is it, would I say a plethora? Would be fair to say?
Let's go with that.
A plethora of all these different Star Wars vehicles. I assume that would be the Legacy Falcon. Dennis, is this Legacy Falcon complete?
No.
No.
Say no at a quick glance.
Okay, but you have lots of vehicles over here. You get the TIE bombers. You have the B-wing fighter over here. Some all prequel stuff, Y-wing, and plenty of these walkers as well. So, I mean, seriously, this place has everything from small to huge. And if you want vehicles, you got vehicles, and they're all lined up mainly in the top shelves.
Chris said earlier about one of his hints about coming to the store is look in every corner because you never know what you're going to find.
Yeah.
The other hint that I would say is go through everything and then look up and go through everything again because there's invariably stuff on the higher shelves that you don't see.
And
Like-
it's down.
We went past the Master of the Universe stuff earlier on, and I didn't notice it until I was on the other side of the store. But if you look across, there's an Eternia playset. That's a vintage Eternia playset up there.
Yeah.
That's sitting up higher. There's a Fright Fighter in box, for goodness sake. Just amazing. And again, you're looking at the cabinets with the lights and everything's beautifully laid out. And you get lost in it and you don't remember to look up and you see so many awesome things. There's a Fright Zone over there with an intact pan puppet, which you don't see, or you hardly ever see those.
Some unbroken tree.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah,
Unbroken tree.
fantastic.
Did you see the Hive playset?
We did.
Yes.
The Sex Wars one. Yeah,
We did. We
highlighted that one. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've even got a little corner.
Oh yeah,
room
Matchbox
as well.
cars. Yeah, talk about the Matchbox.
Yeah. Let's
'cause-
go. All right. Go on. Tell us a
Give
bit
me
about
a
Match.
bit of-
Go on. Dennis,
Well,
come on.
Matchbox cars. Okay. I mean, every kid growing up in the 70s or 80s had Matchbox cars. So these are some of the sort of like the better ones where, they're sort of rarer vehicles. They're still in their packets. But we try and show the Matchbox collectors a bit of love as much as we can. And everyone growing up had a car, had a Matchbox or Hot Wheels car.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's really popular. Put a little sign there.
Because this is somewhat a new.
It's
display.
a new edition,
Yeah.
It's a new edition. But we're doing Matchbox cars, and we've got some of the older ones in our. Everywhere you look, you open up things, you'll find, like people sort of geek out about all the cars here.
Wow. Incredible.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
It's sort of Chatston Shopping Centre car park right there. But so there's all like 70s and 80s vintage Matchbox cars in there.
That's what I got to look forward to.
Clearly, you've never been to Fountain Gate.
Yeah.
I have.
So we try and give everything a bit of love. We try.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's
I'm a big fan of the. I know, you guys touched on the wax packs over there.
Yep.
Michael touched on that, but I'm also a very big fan of the wax packs cards, and also a very big fan of the candy heads.
Oh, the candy heads.
This is me growing up. I'd go to the milk bar right down there, get a wax packs card, and I'd get little candies with little lollies in them, and this would be like a staple. And especially like I remember buying these when they were first out. These are the Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi candy heads. So there was good times, or you'd get something like this and just load up on sugar, and they'd be 20 cents or 50 cents. Really cool.
Alf.
Yeah, you got some Alf ones there.
Alf. My goodness. Yeah. This is definitely nostalgia.
Yeah,
101.
yeah. This is me right now. Like this best describes me. Slimer, Ghostbusters. You got Gremlin.
Howard the Duck.
The best ones are Howard the Duck.
Oh my goodness, check this out.
Let me tell you why, Michael. Can you see why they're the best?
It's smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
It's got a stogie in there.
So these were for kids, right?
You
Like-
couldn't do this now.
No. So like Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
I went and saw Howard the Duck on a school excursion.
Yep.
And we watched Howard the Duck. I would have, probably was like,
Nothing wrong with how
10 or 11, 12 years old. Went and saw Howard the Duck in the city as a school excursion. So that's a lot of fun for me. I mean, I love these. This is me collecting. I love nostalgia, things I had as a kid, and just things that were fun.
Jason
know.
goes, might need one of those Slimers.
Yeah.
Well, come on down, buddy, and get one for yourself.
We're here.
Yeah. Oh, Max Headroom. Does anybody
Max
remember
Headroom?
Max
Yes.
Headroom?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people think that Max Headroom was a computer graphics. It wasn't. It was an actual actor.
I can't remember his name now, but he's been in lots of stuff.
Yeah.
He was in Zack Snyder's Watchmen film.
Yeah, exactly. So Max Headroom, like, not a computer graphic animated character, it was an actual person. And he was really huge through part of the 80s. There was a couple of years there that Max Headroom was on everything. And if you remember Back to the Future too, he's in the Cafe 80s. And he's like, so yeah, and you got RoboCop, and there's just like nostalgia for me. I love that. That's me. I love that.
Matt Frewer. The actor's name is Matt Frewer. He played Max Headroom.
There you go. Look at that. Like I said, guys, nostalgia 101. Matt Frewer, that's right. Matt Frewer.
Yeah, that's a sealed box.
Yeah, Matt Frewer.
What?
What? A sealed box?
Yeah.
Wow.
Everything's in there, untouched.
Wow.
Released by Tops.
So look at that. It's just like colourful. It's like rainbow graphics. It's just, this is like, I love that. I just love that. And somebody will come in to buy this, and I'll be like, are you sure? You should just think about it a little bit longer. Go away for a week or two. Go away for a week or two. Think about it. Just leave it here for now.
Officially the worst salesman
Yeah,
ever.
But like, I'm not doing it on purpose, but every time I do that, it doesn't work. The person just buys it. I'm like, I've got to find a new angle. Like, because I am such a big passionate collector, I find it hard to let go of things. I mean, I love the stories, love sharing stories, love meeting new collectors. I mean, it's really great.
Yeah.
And probably one of my most favorite things about the store now is meeting people. But if somebody wanted to buy this, I'd be like, just think about it for a week or two. Come back later. It's expensive. Don't worry about it. I'd start saying stuff like that.
Is that it's like Dennis is the only person I know where every time you want to buy something, he says, "Don't you sure? You want to think about it?" He's
I'm like, I'm not ready for that to go yet.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not ready to hide it. At home or in the storeroom. I want it out so people can enjoy what I enjoy, but I'm also not ready to let go of it. But that's all right. I'll get over it.
Speaking of nostalgia, we got a comment from the Lilith 1978. He goes, "I saw How to Duck in Burke Street Cinema back in the day, part school excursion. Burke Street Cinemas."
Who was that? We were in the same class?
It says, the Lilith 1978. No idea what his real name is.
Shane Souness. We went to see that movie together. I lost contact with you. Contact me. Reach out.
The Lilith 1978. Is that Shane?
I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I've been looking for him for 30 years.
Oh, there you go.
We saw the movie together.
There you go. Okay, cool. Oh, well, let's give you one more quick roundup of the store. As you can see, it's massive. Like I said, we haven't covered any.
Remember, look up.
Yes, you always got to look up and look down.
Look at all this. Ninja Mask. There was a complete set of Yellow Submarine Beatles figurines over there.
The boys are there. See, I got to tell you, Dennis is such a lovely lad. He goes, as you guys are here, I'm gonna keep the store open for you. I'm gonna keep the store open for you, and we're gonna get some pizzas. What a lovely gentleman. Now we got to finish on this shelf, okay?
Absolutely.
Because
custom toys in here.
Well, there are custom toys because also this very talented man you see on camera that's making a guest appearance tonight in Toyville.
Yeah.
Has got
responsible for one of the
pieces in there.
Window, yeah. So there's quite a vibrant toy art community in Australia, and I would like to think it's centered
Especially
in Melbourne. And there's a lot of examples of a lot of really great toy artist work right here in this cabinet. See here the V Enemy Visitor figures.
Nice.
These are customs. They're a Lobos Collectables exclusive. It's a vintage style toy line that was made specifically for this store by local toy artists. We've got some V Troopers up here. We've got some prototypes in box up here, sealed. Some amazing stuff. So there's not things you can go and get at Kmart.
Yeah, and some of these are still for sale, by the way. So if you want to get your piece of TV history,
Who
definitely.
didn't love V back in the day?
Yeah, okay.
Now, there's been a couple of art shows in the last few years, especially. Some of them centered around things like Master of the Universe. You can see that this Gonzo and Rizzo the Rat was actually a He-Man toy from the He-Man toy line and a vintage Battle Cat. That clicking that you can hear behind us is Chris playing on a Ninja Turtles arcade game.
Yes, and I'm doing it very badly.
Yeah. Okay. There was also a whole bunch of vehicles here that you'll recognise from Star Wars. That's a.
But I want to know about this
Right,
guy.
Yeah, that was by me.
By
So
Mike.
a piece that I did was is bought here. It's a X-34 land speeder, and Jawas, being the enterprising people that they were, what would they do on a desert planet but sell paddle pops? Because who doesn't want a refreshing paddle pop to eat while you're harvesting for water and whatnot? Now, the one of the briefs on for this particular show was that it had to come with a figure, the vehicle that you made, and I tried to find a Jawa locally close to where I live, and couldn't. So I literally made one. That there is the world's worst ever Jawa. But never mind. In here, we've actually got, I cut away a portion of this and put a door on the front of the speeder and made some little resin paddle pops. And those sticks inside, they're actually wooden toothpick sticks.
That's incredible. The level of detail there, attention to detail.
Yeah.
As always.
And we've got the caution Padawans crossing on the side there, and there's other stuff in the back, a little bit of livery that you can see there. But there's other examples from the same art show, and there's some other X-34 land speeders here, like this one here. It's done up in a hot rod deco with a Rancor driving it, because why not? Here we've got C-3PO and R2-D2 as Batman and Robin in an X-34 Batmobile, styled after the 1966 Batmobile by the looks of it. Another art show that happened, I think it was last year, was a Godzilla show, and an amazing local artist here in Melbourne made this one.
Very cool.
As a Hulk.
Very, very cool. Cool. All right. Well, on that note, I think Dennis is ready to scoot on out of here, and it's been such a joy. I got to say, always coming to Lobos.
Absolutely. And toys are about joy. Let's face it. We love toys, and we love bringing them to you and showing them to you, and so does Dennis. So if you are ever in Melbourne, or if you live in Melbourne, Lobos is a place to come to. You really want to come here, check it out. Make sure you give yourself enough time to really look through the place. You will not regret it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, lads, thank you so much. And ladies and gents and everyone for joining us on a Friday night. There are much better things to do, I'd assume, but then we've got a decent crowd tonight. So thank you all for joining us. Yes, it's getting on. And Dennis, we're wrapping up, by the way. Thank you so much for having us. We've got a couple of comments before we leave. Such an awesome mini series be coming again soon. Jason, thank you. Wouldn't it be a shame to be locked in the shop for the night? Yes. And Jonathan goes, thanks, Clinton. Great stream. Well, thank you, Jonathan. Always, we're all about community, and we're all about providing pure entertainment and joy with toys. Do you like that? That was rhymes. Crispy, thanks heaps for the tour. It was awesome. Thank you so much. Like I said, tonight's very unhinged, unplanned, and unapologetic. I'm doing it on my iPhone. Sacrilege for once. It's not full production, but just iPhone and pizzas and Dennis and my friends from Melbourne. How good is that? Only thing better to do would not be buggered over by public transport. I hear you, Jason. I hear you.
We missed you tonight, Jason.
Yeah, we missed you.
Yeah, we really missed you, man. Sorry you couldn't be here. Sorry that PTV didn't do the right thing by you tonight, man.
Thank you for tonight's show. Yes, thank you, Rob. Thanks for tuning in. And Dennis, do you want to say some parting words?
Goodbye, everyone. Happy collecting, and see you later, Mikey. Bye-bye.
So on that note, guys, thank you so much for joining us once again. And we better get out of here because I think Dennis is ready to pack up and chuck us out. So excellent. We'll catch you guys. Thanks so much for watching and tuning out. Goodbye.